the truth about hair loss often feels like a lie. That's the thing. We want truth, don't we? We want to be able to face the truth. But so often, our own perspective gets in the way of that. And when we see the truth or we hear the truth about our own hair loss, we interpret it as a lie. We interpret it that that person is wrong. Now, a reminder yesterday, you saw how my mom was saying how months ago, when my audience was about half the size it is now, that she saw the video where I admitted that I do these videos for the money. And she was afraid that I'd lose my audience over that. In fact, I've basically about doubled the size since I made that video. And it hits a certain point, and that is honesty. It's honesty that we don't feel comfortable with, is it? You think, but Nick helps me. He helps me through this. He's not doing this just for the money. Or another way I could word it is that if it weren't for the money, I wouldn't be doing this. It's true, but still, I'm helping you, right? So it's hard. It's the good and the bad of truth, isn't it? The good side of the truth is I'm being honest with you, and you know that when I'm telling you something, I'm not trying to make you feel a certain way to make you feel better. I'd rather you hear the truth, right? And that's good. That's what you come here for. But the downside of truth is that if people are going to say that I'm doing these videos because I'm obsessed with hair loss, then I'm going to be truthful and say, no, I'm doing it because I'm getting paid to do it. So there's good and bad things about truth. But as your host, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you things that you don't want to hear. I'm going to tell you things that you need to hear that other people won't tell you. And maybe maybe most people have one perspective of things. Let's go over a few of those today. For example, we have well established that most people that are losing their hair think that if you interview a girl about her honest thoughts about hair loss, that ultimately she's trying to not hurt your feelings and she's going to talk about all this girly, fluffy stuff like he's got to have a nice smile and he's got to make me laugh and he's got to be kind. And they ignore that, and all they really think is, but if she were being honest, she'd admit that she won't date a bald guy, or that she doesn't think bald guys are as attractive as guys that have hair. Right? That's an example of hearing the truth but thinking it's a lie. Because again, the truth about hair loss often feels like a lie. Okay? What are some other lies that people get stuck in believing? Remember, it comes back. I want you to say this so much that you're tired of me saying it. Identity, cognitive. Identity, cognitive. No, it's identity, protective cognition. That's it. Identity, protective cognition. See, I myself need to say it so much that I'm tired of it, because that's what this is really about. So many of you are stuck in this mindset about these preconceived ideas about hair loss that when you hear somebody else say something against it, it only reinforces your beliefs. Okay? But like I said, show me a balding guy who can't, and I'll show you a balder guy who already has. Right? So it's not about how the truth feels. It's about being able to accept the truth even if it doesn't feel right. So what I'm challenging you to do is to be less about your own feelings and how truth may seem. But you know that if I'm an honest guy who's here to help you and speak truth to you. It was funny because my parents were this weekend saying, you know, your channel, you've got all these subscribers and you've got all these people watching and commenting. What you're doing is beyond hair loss. If only you could figure out what it is. And I said, well, I already have. I don't have a hair loss channel. I have a mentorship program for guys that are younger than me who've got self-esteem and confidence issues that have been shown to light because of their hair loss. That's what I really do. But we call it a hair loss channel. It's more than that. And why are they coming here? For honesty. And you'll see that in the comments. Some people cannot handle my honesty. They want to say that I'm wrong, and that's fine. But what you should always do is look at the people who are the most successful, not the least people, not the least successful, the most successful people. What do they have in common? When you see the comments and you see, Nick, you've helped me. Now I understand it. You've opened my eyes. When you see those people, those are people that hear the truth and accept it as truth instead of giving some kind of reason why Nick can't be right because he's got too much hair to be 36 and he's already married and all this stuff. They can't hear the truth. So as a subscriber to this channel, I want to remind you how important it is to be open-minded enough to hear the truth and not think that it's a lie. Just because it challenges your viewpoint, what if you're wrong? And what if I'm right? And what if these people who actually get help are realizing how little their hair matters and how much their identity as a confident person actually matters? The truth about hair loss doesn't always feel like the truth. The truth about hair loss often feels like a lie.